One day, Chicken Little was walking along when an acorn fell from a tree and bounced off his head. The acorn rolled away before Chicken Little knew what had hit him. "Oh my! Oh dear!" he clucked. "Whatever shall I do?" Chicken Little flew into a panic. He ran around in circles in a flap, losing feathers as he went. Along came Henny Penny. "What's the matter?" she asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little, still in a panic. Henny Penny was shocked. She did not know such a thing could happen. "Cluck-a-cluck-cluck," she shrieked. "We must tell the king at once." So Chicken Little and Henny Penny rushed off to tell the king. They flapped down the road, clucking as they went. Soon they met Cocky Locky. "Where are you going in such a hurry?" he asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," chattered Henny Penny. Cocky Locky gasped. It would be terrible if the sky fell. "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" crowed Cocky Locky. "I'll come with you." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, and Cocky Locky rushed off to tell the king. They flapped and they flustered down the road, clucking and crowing as they went. Soon they met Ducky Lucky. "Why are you flapping so?" she asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," crowed Cocky Locky. Ducky Lucky frowned. She didn't like the sound of that. "How worrying!" she quacked nervously. "I'm coming with you." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, and Ducky Lucky rushed off to tell the king. They flapped and they flustered as they fidgeted down the road, clucking and crowing and quacking as they went. Soon they met Drakey Lakey. "What's all the fuss about?" he asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," quacked Ducky Lucky. Drakey Lakey was dumbfounded. He dreaded the thought of a falling sky. "Darn it," he squawked. "I'll join you on your journey." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, and Drakey Lakey rushed off to tell the king. They flapped and they flustered and they fidgeted and they flurried down the road, clucking and crowing and quacking and squawking as they went. Soon they met Goosey Lucy. "What's ruffled your feathers?" she asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," squawked Drakey Lakey. Goosey Lucy shuddered. Could it really be true? "How horrible!" she honked. "I'm coming with you." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, and Goosey Lucy rushed off to tell the king. They flapped and they flustered and they fidgeted and they flurried and they flopped down the road, clucking and crowing and quacking and squawking and honking as they went. Soon they met Turkey Lurkey. "Where are you waddling to?" she asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," honked Goosey Lucy. Turkey Lurkey trembled. She thought that sounded truly terrible. "My goodness," she gobbled. "I'm coming with you." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, Goosey Lucy, and Turkey Lurkey rushed off to tell the king. They flapped and they flustered, and they fidgeted and they flurried, and they flopped and they floundered down the road, clucking and crowing, and quacking and squawking, and honking and gobbling as they went. Soon they met Foxy Loxy. "Well, hello," he said. "Why are you all in such a tizzy?" "The sky is falling, the sky is falling," cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," gobbled Turkey Lurkey. Foxy Loxy smiled slyly. He had never seen so many plump birds in such a fearsome flap. "Well, I never," soothed Foxy Loxy. "Don't worry, I know the quickest way to reach the king. Follow me." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, Goosey Lucy, and Turkey Lurkey followed Foxy Loxy down a long path and into some dark woods. "Not far to go now," said Foxy Loxy. They lumbered over logs and they lolloped over leaves until they found themselves at Foxy Loxy's den. Foxy Loxy and all his family licked their lips. "Run!" cried Chicken Little. "Fly!" shrieked Henny Penny. "Hurry!" honked Goosey Lucy. And Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, Goosey Lucy, and Turkey Lurkey ran as fast as their legs could carry them. They flapped and they flustered, and they fidgeted and they flurried, and they flopped and they floundered right out of the woods and back up the long path, clucking and crowing and quacking and squawking and honking and gobbling as they went. And they never did tell the king about the sky falling. The end. The Musicians of Bremen. There was once a donkey who worked tirelessly carrying sacks to the mole. After many years, the donkey grew weak, and his master considered giving him away. One day, the donkey decided to run away, setting forth on the road to Bremen. "I can be the town musician and make a new life for myself," he said excitedly. When he had gone a little way, he found a dog lying in the road, panting and howling. "Why are you so short of breath?" the donkey asked kindly. "Ah," replied the dog, "I'm old and getting weaker every day. I cannot hunt anymore, and my master has no use for me, so I left him. But what am I going to do now?" "I'm on my way to Bremen to be the town musician," the donkey told him enthusiastically. "Why don't you come with me?" The dog happily agreed. Soon they came across a cat with a face as long as 3 rainy days. "Why the sad face, old Whiskers?" asked the donkey. "How can I be cheerful?" replied the old cat. "I would rather sit by the stove and purr than chase around after mice. My mistress has little use for me, but where should I go?" "Come with us to Bremen," the donkey told him. "We can make fine music in the town." The cat quickly agreed. Soon the 3 runaways reached a farmyard where the rooster was sitting on a gate crying out, "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" "Whatever is the matter?" asked the donkey. "The farmer's wife is going to cook me for supper," he told them. "So I want to sing while I still can." "Listen, my red-headed bird," said the donkey. "Join us on our journey to Bremen. You have a pleasing voice, and together we can make good music there." The rooster thought this was a splendid plan. So the donkey, the dog, the cat, and the rooster all set off for the town of Bremen. But they could not reach there in one day. As evening fell, they agreed to spend the night in the forest. The four friends found it difficult to sleep. "There's a house not too far away," the rooster called out as he spotted a little spark in the distance. "Then we must go, as there is little comfort here," the donkey said. "I could do well with a few bones with a little meat on them," agreed the dog, licking his lips. As soon as the four travelers were standing in front of a large house, the donkey, as the biggest, went toward the window. "What do you see, Grey Horse?" asked the rooster. "Ah," answered the donkey, "I see a table set with good things to eat and drink. There are sparkling jewels and gold piled high." He paused before adding, "And I see robbers too." So the friends planned to drive the thieves away. The donkey stood with his front feet on the window. The dog then jumped up on the donkey's back, and the cat climbed on top of the dog. Finally, the rooster flew up and sat on the cat's head. And when the four musicians were in place, the donkey called out, "Now we must sing for our supper." So the donkey brayed, the dog barked, the cat meowed, and the rooster cock-a-doodle-dooed. Then they all burst through the shutters. Thinking there was a ghost, the robbers jumped up, screaming, and fled into the woods. After eating the leftovers, the exhausted friends soon fell asleep. At midnight, one of the robbers crept back into the house. First he went into the kitchen, but it was so dark he didn't see the cat lying on the heath. He made the mistake of thinking the cat's fiery eyes were live coals and tried to strike a match in front of them. The startled cat jumped up, spitting and scratching him. Then, as the frightened robber ran toward the door, he tripped over the dog, who leapt up and bit him in the leg. And his misery did not end there. Just as he was fleeing across the yard, he stumbled and fell on top of the donkey, who kicked out in his sleep. Hearing all the commotion, the rooster woke up with a lively cock-a-doodle-doo. The terrified robber ran for his life. He was still trembling when he finally reached his friends. "There's a horrible witch sitting in the house," he told them breathlessly. "She scratched my face with her long fingers. And then there's a man standing at the door, and he jabbed me in the leg. And a black monster is lying in the yard, and it struck me with a wooden club. And there's a judge sitting up on the roof calling out, 'Bring the rascal here.'" And from that time, the robbers never returned to the house. But the four musicians of Bremen liked it so much that they never left again. The end.